Waste time on GameGrumps.
Franziska von Karma is like constantly like, so you saw who you think might have been the guy from a distance, from behind, although you couldn't see his face and it was dark. Well, that about wraps it up. Your guilty verdict is assured. I vote for the electric chair.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Grump. I'm not so Grump. And we're the Game Grumps.
Did you do it? Did you place this wooden box in the pizza? Plaza. Sorry.
That's right, I did.
Mr. Wright may have a vivid imagination, but I could never have done what he's proposing. Marriage.
I think you could. What?
Mr. Wright, do you recall the original location of Max's bust? It was chest, obviously.
It was in the cafeteria.
Yes.
Of course I remember. It was on top of the table in the cafeteria.
Then what happened to it? I'd like you to remember one important fact, Mr. Wright.
I don't fucking know.
I don't eat. I could not possibly leave the lodging house by myself.
That means...
You understand what I mean, don't you?
No.
I may very well have been able to drop the bust from my room.
Oh, okay.
However, how would I have gotten the bust from the cafeteria to my room?
Maybe the taskmaster brought it to you in the box.
Yeah, how did you even know it was in the cafeteria?
Yeah.
You see, Mr. Phoenix Wright, explain that.
Well, presumably it was there when he had working legs.
Oh. Don't forget, you said there was no accomplice. Why did I say that?
I bet you it was the ringmaster who brought it.
Oh. Tell us exactly how the witness would have carried the bust from the cafeteria.
Yup, we definitely have a problem here. But this is no place to get perplexed. I've got to get my wits about me and prove how things happen once and for all.
All right, Mr. Wright, let's hear your explanation.
Okay.
How did the witness get the bust from the cafeteria back to his room? Gotta stall. Oh my god, somebody put shit in my pants!
Oh, the monkey helps Acro.
That's my favorite.
Habitually gathers all sorts of shiny objects. He stole our badge, remember?
Yes, that's right.
Fucking monkey.
I gotta give Jonan Vasquez credit for that. Oh my god, somebody put shit in my pants.
Oh,
line.
yeah.
It's like one of my favorite lines in any comic. A monkey?
Not just any monkey, a monkey.
Hey, he's the monkey, and he likes to monkey around.
Everybody knows Money. He loves shiny objects of any size.
But he's too busy singing to put anybody down. Oh, well, like when he stole the ventriloquist's wing. So, are you saying the witness had a monkey steal the bust?
Of course he didn't order the monkey to steal it. The monkey stole it on his own, and then brought it back home.
Home.
Yeah, the fucking apartment, idiot.
That's where the heart is. Acro's room?
Hold on a second. Whoa.
But the bust was bronze, wasn't it? Bronze isn't all that shiny.
Maybe you should put the whip down sometimes and read the court record.
My, those are some very nice cards he's holding.
Yes, and they are made of platinum, which is very shiny.
Gua.
Acro! Money is a strange monkey, right?
A strong monkey.
Strong. It'd be easy for him to bring your bust back to bring the bus back to bring the bus back.
I forgot the monkey's name was Money.
Yes.
I thought he was like... I thought he was talking about money in general and making a statement on like capitalism. Money is a strong monkey, isn't it? But yes.
So true.
If he wasn't able to handle that himself, I'd be on the market for a new roommate.
Good.
Shut up! I said order. Miss Von Karma. Where's the bust in question at this moment? I don't know. Wow, she's rattled. We're searching for it as we speak. This is a rather strange turn of events. But let's say that the monkey had not stolen the bust. What would have happened then?
Well, in that event, something else would have been used as the murder weapon.
Very good, Phoenix.
Wait. Then you mean this bust was the murder weapon purely by accident? It's possible. Maybe Acro saw Money's mountain of stolen goods and thought to use one of them.
Birds, away.
Anyways, I think we've more than proven one critical fact. Namely, that it was entirely possible that—
hungry!
Who made sandwiches? Possible that it was entirely possible that Acro was the murderer.
A moron.
That's right.
Get this man a sandwich. Mr. Wright's argument was so circular, I'm still a bit dizzy. However, that could be due to my hunger. Why don't we take 5?
Yay!
His argument does hold water. Oh, just like my thermos and my lunchbox. God, I'm hungry. There's no denying that. Ow! Don't seem so flamboozled.
Flamboozled?
Especially by this fraud of an attorney.
What? Fraud.
Fraud was the word that stuck out to you as weird in that sentence?
Yeah.
You've forgotten the absolute most important thing, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
And what's that? Oh.
Nice. You should know. You forgot that your fraud of a magical client was spotted at the scene of the crime.
Gah! Yeah, his fucking bust.
Yeah.
I thought that was the whole thing we were explaining right now.
Yeah. There is no reason to doubt the clown's testimony. That's true. How do you respond to that, Mr. Wright?
Nick, don't let her be now. I won't.
I don't want to, but the judge allows whips in his courtroom.
Yeah. The whole thing we've been proving this whole time, though, is that the image of Max is there.
Yeah, I agree.
So I don't know why everyone's being so weird about this.
I don't think they put that together. I think they just said the bust dropped.
Drop the bust.
When the murder occurred, there were 2 people at the scene of the crime. One was the victim, Russell Berry, and the other was the murderer himself. Unless it was just a bust in a coat.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Answer this, and only this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Who was the murderer the clown saw?
The fucking bust, you morons! Hey, saw Max's boo.
I asked who was the other person Mo saw in the scene. That evidence has nothing to do with this question.
Yeah, does. Au contraire, mon frere.
Are you saying my German accent sounds French? How dare you?
It does indeed have something to do with the question. Mo said that he saw Max's silhouette, but he did not actually see the man himself. It wasn't a human being he saw.
Poopy has got a point.
How is that possible?
It's simple, you fucking idiot. What Mo actually saw that night was Max's bust!
How could he see that? Max wasn't even having sex that night. Get it? Because his bust.
Yes, right, yes.
Alright. What are you talking about? Have you tried using your brain at all in this case?
Max's bust. I'm about to bust. Ball!
The silhouette he saw was wearing a cloak.
So they put a cloak on it, whatever.
Yeah.
There's no reason why you couldn't attach a cloak to the bust. I mean, fuck. It'd be easy to hang one of those cards in the bust's hands. One off of the cards. In
Idiot. Who in the right mind? This shot always cracks me up because it's such a like.
She's so hot in it.
Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline.
Yeah.
Who in the right mind would put a cloak on a bust?
It doesn't matter who put it on the bust. Also, somebody who would want to get away with murder.
Just wait a minute now, Mr. Wright.
It's like, who on earth would want to kill the ringmaster?
Who put the cloak?
Yes.
Who put the cloak on the bust? That question is of the utmost importance to this case. Don't you agree?
Oh, he caught me. What do you mean he caught you?
So let's have it, Mr. Wright. Who put the cloak on the bust?
Fucking
Monkey?
Fucking, I don't know.
I would assume either Monkey or Acro.
No, he did it.
Russell Berry?
Sorry, you caught me mid-blink.
Fool. Him? You are saying it was the victim himself? Russell Berry?
He had the cloak with him, yeah.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying.
The victim himself placed the cloak on the bust?
placed the cloak isn't really the right way of putting it.
Then what would be the right way of putting it, Mr. Wright? Explain yourself.
Okay, so did Russell Berry carry the cloak over his head? Carry the bust over his... No, because... Well, he had the bust. And he had the hat. So he dressed up as Max to go meet with Acro? Or whatever.
Maybe he just had it in his hands and like when he dropped the bust on him, it flew into the air and landed on the statue?
Sure.
I mean, that's nuts, but no more nuts than anything else in this trial.
Yeah. Nick, do you really have a handle on all this?
Oh, totally. I'm fine.
I know exactly what's going on.
Yeah.
I'm finally putting all the pieces together. There's really only one picture I can paint anyways.
The monkey was working with the clown, and then the acrobat that does work with the legs dropped the statue, and the statue killed the man.
Wow, good point. Guilty. All right. So you want to know what really happened that night? Let's step back in time.
Dinosaurs appeared too far.
Acro used a rope to lower the wooden box onto the scene. Then he attached that rope to the bust and dangled the bust out of his bedroom window directly above the wooden box. At the same time, the ringmaster told Max to wait in his room and went to the scene. Of course, at the time, the ringmaster was wearing Max's costume for some reason. Okay. Perhaps he didn't want anyone to recognize him. But just as he feared, he was spotted at the entrance of the lodging house by none other than a ventriloquist and his puppet, Ben and Trillo.
You can just say the ventriloquist. God damn it, that puppet's not alive.
When the ringmaster arrived at the scene, he bent over to lift the wooden box. And that's when Acro took his chat. I thought it was just like he's fishing or something. He's like,
Yeah, that calm expression. And go.
Done. And that's when Acro took his chance and released the rope.
So did it comically smash his head down and then, like, collect the coat on the way back up?
I don't know. Now this is when the magic happens. At the very instant that the bust hit the victim...
Oh.
Yes, it looks like that's exactly what they're saying.
Oh, my God. That's so... absurd.
That sucks.
You wait just a second there, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
We are all very convinced here.
As much as you try, as much as you scheme, this just isn't true. It can't be.
I love that it's so much of a stretch that they just were like, this is what the answer is. You're not going to figure it out.
Yeah.
It's still a little early to be getting so upset, Miss Von Karma, because I haven't figured it out yet.
I mean, I guess it's a little better than I thought, because it's just a cape. It didn't have sleeves, you know? But it still has, like, the clasp around his neck.
Yeah. The circus isn't over yet.
No, we are clearly in fucking Goofy Town. What?
So, the cape, right?
Yeah.
Have you seen Doctor Strange? The impact of the bust on the victim threw the cloak up, which snagged onto the bust. The bust then wrote his name, Maximilian, on the wall. That impact also caused the sound of a certain witness heard, prompting him to take a look. That witness was, of course, my favorite guy.
And yours.
Lawrence Moe Curls, the clown. When Moe looked out his window, the cloak had already snagged onto the bust. Now, having completed the crime, Acro naturally went about pulling up the murder weapon. Of course, he had no idea that Moe saw the bust being raised with the cloak dangling on it. Primarily because in his wheelchair, he couldn't see out of his window. He just kept pulling the bust up. Whee! And that is how the magical murderer disappearing into the sky came to be.
But I don't understand. Why? Well, yeah, I agree, everyone. Ellipses for everyone. What I don't understand is why would Acro then include that in his testimony? Like, I saw Max flying there.
Well, if he said something that was against what everyone else was saying.
Yeah, but he didn't know who saw that. You know what I mean?
Word.
Yeah, he didn't know the clown saw the cape get hooked on or anything like that.
Maybe he talked to Moe.
Maybe. Ah, geez, I don't know.
So you see, the only person who could have pulled this off is the one person who was able to drop the murder weapon from above the crime scene.
Unless
Echo.
it's his brother in the coma, which is also possible in this game.
Yeah. It could only have been you.
Kill him.
Yeah.
Check his face, my friend. Echo's been playing mind games with all of us.
He sure has. But he has come to the end of his rope now. Just like the bust was at the end of his rope when he dropped it on the guy.
So,
What now?
you've graced us with a rather long-winded tale. But do you have any evidence to prove that your fairy tale is true? Evidence?
Why would we need that?
In this court, only two things matter. The power of evidence and the power of my whip. That's not exactly true, Miss Von Karma. Don't forget the power of my gavel as well. Yeah. Way to sneak that in right at the end, Judge. You've really got a control of the whole situation. Mr. Wright, the prosecution brings up a good point. Can we see some evidence?
Nick, they say they want evidence.
Shit.
What do we do? He's just like flapping his arms around, running in circles. I just explained how there can only be one possible murder method, but there is still something unusual about Moe's eyewitness account.
Unusual.
Yes. It's not unusual.
To be loved by anyone.
A contradiction, actually.
Okay, then use that and get out of this jam.
That's enough talking amongst yourselves. Proceed, Mr. Wright.
Stop jamming over there.
We ain't got no time for the jibba jabba, much like Mr. T. Present some evidence to the court that backs your claims. I want hard proof that you have unraveled the trick to this magic case.
He only saw Max with 2 symbols. Remember?
He didn't see the flowers.
He didn't see the flowers. Right? Was it him that didn't see the flowers?
Yeah, but that's even weirder, because the flowers would have been pointed towards him.
Let's see.
As he pulled it up.
The hat doesn't have does the cape have the flowers? Does the bust have the flowers? Let me check. That was his whole thing, right? He didn't have the 3...
It didn't have the flowers, yeah.
Whatever they call them, 3 symbols.
I saw the stars, the hat, but not the flowers. Yeah, the bust doesn't have the flowers.
Alright.
That's as good as anything else.
I'll try that.
I don't know what the pepper's for, though.
Pepper.
Yeah, wasn't there like a little bottle of some sort of condiment that we picked up and never used for anything?
It was the hat, because the hat was left behind. Fuck, I messed up.
Try again, shithead.
If they had been silent for 2 more seconds, I would have screamed.
Nick, they say they want evidence.
I just fucking... Alright, God!
It is the hat. That makes sense.
Alright. Hat time. How about this? No. Okay, what about this? The problem is Max's 3 symbols. You know, the silk hat, the cloak, and the white roses.
Those symbols were a problem numerous times during yesterday's proceedings.
Yes, I remember. And it's just as confusing today. Yesterday, there were 2 contradictions in Moe's testimony.
The silk hat was one, the white roses was the other.
But the theory I just presented explains all of these contradictions.
You fool. Do you ever shut up?
No. Max's silk hat was found at the scene of the crime. However, remember what Moe said yesterday? He testified that the criminal he saw fleeing the scene was wearing a silk hat.
He said you saw.
There's only one explanation for that. The silk hat that Moe saw was actually the bust's.
Oh, fuck.
Idiot. I don't know why the bust wouldn't have worked by presenting it, but whatever.
Makes sense. If you look at it that way, then he did see the silk hat. Well, sort of. Fine, you've got one, but what about the other contradiction? The other contradiction? Remember what that ventriloquist said in court? He said that he witnessed white roses on Max's chest that night. But the clown's testimony doesn't match. The clown said that there were no white roses. I'd like to see you try and explain that one away.
So you saw it from the back.
Can you do it, Nick?
Uh-huh.
Of course, I can explain it all.
What was that?
Please recall the instant when this cloak snagged onto the bust. In this diagram that you guys can't see, but it's in my head. If the cloak snagged onto the bust, what happened to the roses?
Oh! They got hidden.
That fucking sucks. Dude, you get it yet? If the cloak got snagged onto the front of the bust, it means that the white roses would end up on the back of the bust. Which isn't what the diagram I just had showed, but whatever.
It's fine.
Which explains why Mo didn't see them. The white roses were not visible because they were on the back side of the bust. You dumbass.
Order! Order! Order!
I'm smart, hands on hips.
This is quite the shocking state of affairs. Mr. Wright's theory still sounds a bit absurd to me.
I guess this whole thing's absurd.
Let's just keep going down this road for a while and see where it leads. Okay. God knows I've got time.
Yeah.
The taxpayers certainly have time.
Let's do this, Nick. Then maybe Von Karma will find it through in the towel.
Bird.
Bird.
Birdie.
Goodbye, Bird.
Well, so much for that theory.
Mr. Wright, do you mind?
What is it?
You took the time to research our circus, didn't you?
Well, yes, I did. Is there something making you think that I didn't?
If you did, then maybe you'd understand why I think you're off track.
Why is that?
Motive. This fitness feels an incredible debt of gratitude towards the Ringmaster. Anyone with any relation to the circus is well aware of this.
I don't know, his brother or whatever.
His brother or whatever.
Case closed.
Thus, there is absolutely no way someone like this would kill the Ringmaster.
Yeah, but his brother or whatever.
Yeah. Case closed. Your Honor, I'd like you to hear Acro's story. Learn about his relationship with the Ringmaster and his life up until now.
What do we do? There's no doubting that Acro deeply respected the Ringmaster. Calm the fuck down.
Respected enough to kill?
Acro's motive. He's like the Predator, dude. Like he comes down and he only fights people that are like worthy of his fight.
Yeah. That's why the Ringmaster's skull and spine was removed. That did not happen. No?
That's why he made like a ringlet out of his skull.
No? It seems that this case isn't over yet. Very well. However, I feel that this is a good place to take a break. I will listen to the rest of Mr. Dingling's testimony after recess. But for now, I'm going to go play on the jungle gym. This court will now take a 10-minute recess.
Wee! Look what I can do.
Von Karma, are you looking? Are you looking?
Von Karma! Von Karma! Look over here, Von Karma!
Shut up.
Look at this. Huh? Who's pushing the merry-go-round? Are you pushing the who's pushing the merry-go-round?
He's the only one on it.
That's fine, I'll just hold on and kick.
I can't believe it. Acro. Oh wait, I can't believe it. Acro.
It's pretty shocking, isn't it? I thought I did it.
It definitely is. This is when he turns into a southern accent. And to think he was always the most straightforward of the group. Jeebus, am I that hated?
Acro tried to pin the murder on you on purpose.
He did? Psst, psst, Carl. But, I'm nothing but a little old nobody, you know?
But you're not, which is kind of the reason why.
Oh, that's Gumshoe.
Oh yeah. Hey pal. Oh, I guess I'll take over. Yeah. You're gonna ignore me after I went to all this trouble to bring you some evidence?
Detective Gumshoe!
Forget it. I'm going home. This guy deserves to be guilty anyways. Now, detective. That's, pretty shitty police work. I'm sorry, look, why don't you relax a little? We've got some really
tasty milk!
Is there more to that? Is that going to resolve in some way? I really hope it does. How about a card trick, detective?
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas, everyone. Well, if you insist.
Now, about that kiss!
What?
About that evidence you mentioned, what is it?
Here you go.
Huh? This was yesterday in Acro's room.
I stole it. Yep, and I've included the forensic results. Take a look at it later.
Okay, we're gonna take a look at it now because the court's about to go back in again.
Yeah, we sort of have to.
Won't Miss Von Karma be mad that you're doing this?
Super mad.
That's why this is all a secret. Don't tell Von Karma!
What?
Shit! Huh? Look, details are on a need-to-know basis. And we're not really allies or anything. Except we're both on the side of justice. So I guess, yes, we are allies. But everything that's happened in court up until now has gone according to our plan. The New World Order will strike again!
I don't know. Miss Von Karma didn't seem in control of things in there just now.
You'll figure it out eventually, pal. Yesterday, our final plans were set into motion. Final plans? Uh-huh. We're blowing up every bank building in the metropolitan area. And then we're gonna play some fucking sick-ass 90s music. That reminds me, I've got a message from the prosecutor for
That
you.
reminds me, I've got to do some banking. AGAB, all gumshoes are banking.
Nothing is ever truly decided until the very end. That's it. And that's it for me too, pal. I'm out of here.
What do you mean by that? The very end part? I'm not sure. It was all pretty cryptic to me. That was fucked up.
Oh, one more thing.
Time to decryptify.
Don't scare me like that.
It looks like there's a large care package from the circus for the defendant. It's been honking this entire time.
What? For me?
It's milk.
What in the fuck is happening?
The reception area looks like some kind of dairy. So hurry up and drink it all before it spoils. Go on.
An entire dairy's worth. An entire dairy. My brain is officially overloaded.
I'm upset.
An entire dairy's worth of milk for me?
Yes. Oh, I guess that's the end of it.
Yeah.
Cool. I love how all of the milk plot lines are not resolved at all.
Yeah, I hope it never resolves. Court is now back in session. Did everyone get their milk? Miss Von Karma, please continue from where you left off. I'd like to continue Miss Acro's testimony, starting with his relationship to the victim.
It's like some kind of Doki Doki Literature Club, like, glitch situation where it's like taking over. It's like everybody's just drinking milk all of a sudden. It's like, what is happening?
It feels like that Lonely Island song where, like, it's just hardcore rapping about how badass they are, and then, like, at one moment they just randomly mention Chex Mix, and then they just talk about Chex Mix more and more throughout the song until you realize it's a huge commercial for Chex Mix.
I don't think I've heard that one.
It's a classic.
Holy shit.
Okay, well, I read this. I'd also like to get proof from the defense. Proof of what kind of motive Acro would have to commit this crime. Understood. Now, Mr. Dingling. Yes, Your Honor. Please proceed with your testimony.
Finally, we get to the motive. Wait, Nick, are you okay? You look like you need some milk.
Yeah, I know. Delicious, refreshing, and nutritious milk.
Just do me a favor and don't ask questions you don't want the answer to. Gulp.
Delicious milk.
I always take big swings of fresh, whole milk. All right.
The ringmaster. When we were little, we were abandoned by our parents. That's when the ringmaster of the Berry Big Circus, Russell Berry, took us in.
Mm-hmm.
I became an acrobat at around 9 years old. Just when it's safest. I wanted to find a way to repay the ringmaster. That was my sole purpose in life. You're such a thoughtful young man.
Yeah, pretty cool.
What are you doing later? As you heard, the witness deeply respected the victim. I wonder how anyone could think that Acro would kill the man he held in such esteem. You are absolutely right. How could anyone think that of this beautiful, handsome young man.
Would you like some milk?
Which is why there's no real need for cross-examination, is there?
Actually, that's the question I'm trying to answer myself. Why would Acro kill the ringmaster? This might be my last chance to answer that question. Nah, I'm alright.
Could he just be like a crazy dude?
Yeah, maybe. Well, I mean, it's because his fucking brother.
Yeah, it wouldn't be like for no reason, but in life, sometimes it's just a crazy dude.
There's no need to cross-examine this witness.
What's that?
Why was the ringmaster murdered? There's no
because
need to
murder is cool.
It's epic and awesome. There is no need to delve into this bit of testimony when I know the answer already.
Mr. Wright, I'd like to ask you a question.
Are you going to drink your milk? Go ahead, Your Honor.
I would just like to know, do you like your milk still or sparkling? Can you provide an explanation as to why Acro would want the ringmaster dead?
I can't. Nick? Yeah, I didn't even have to think about it. It was obvious from the start. Your Honor, the reason that Acro killed the ringmaster is something that can't be proven.
What?
I made it up.
Holy shit, really?
That's because Acro had no reason to kill the ringmaster at all.
That's a very, like, confident accusatory point for, like, I don't know. Your foolish attempts to fool us like foolish fools is so foolhardily foolish. Wow, that might have actually been the record. Did you forget? You made an accusation against this witness, did you not? I believe it was, this is the real killer of Russell Berry, ringmaster.
Yeah, I don't know, I just thought it was epic. If you want to jump to the end of things, then yes, that sounds about right.
The end of things?
Acro, you didn't plan to kill the ringmaster at all, did you? The ringmaster wasn't your target that night.
Oh, shit. What did you just say?
I'm saying that the target of this witness murderous plot was not the ringmaster. Because it was never his intention to kill Russell Berry to begin with!
Was he trying to kill Max?
I think he was trying to kill Regina.
Whoa. What?
Because she was...
Order!
She let the fucking...
She was the reason that...
Yeah.
Bailiff, I don't care who it is. Smack anyone who's loud in the face. Twice if you must. Can we see the bailiff?
Yeah, what?
I would love to see who he's giving this order to. Mr. Wright, what in the world are you trying to do to my court? Ow! Bailiff, allow that.
Yeah.
Mr. Phoenix Wright, what in the world are you trying to do to his court? Are you attempting to imply that Aqua was trying to kill someone else? He literally just said that. It wasn't even implied. Regina Berry? This young girl is the ringmaster's daughter, correct?
Acro, you were really aiming for her that night, weren't you?
You don't need to, you don't need to answer that. It's a mean-spirited leading question.
I actually thought it was pretty nice. He could easily answer this question. If I'm wrong, all he has to say is you're wrong. That's it.
It's like super mean to be mean to a murderer like that. That's it, huh, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Enough. Mr. Wright, allow me to...
No, allow me!
The only thing allowed to interrupt me is death itself. Huh? And that goes for you too, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Show me evidence. Now.
Bro, are you okay? You need some fresh milk?
She's a tough queen. I want to know why Acro would want to kill Regina Berry. Yes, me too. I demand to see some proof. Present evidence that proves Acro was out to kill this young girl.
That's a good question.
What is the small seasoning thing?
Oh, what? Oh, that's the... It was in the box.
Yeah, but what? Yeah, it's pepper. Have we ever used that for anything?
No, I think it was just a decoy.
Okay.
Like, there wasn't...
There wasn't anything to it.
Well... The whole thing that they're going...
Wait!
Yeah,
wait! The lion!
Yeah.
It was sneezing.
Oh, it like hates pepper?
No, that's why they thought it was smiling. Because it was actually sneezing, and that's why I closed its jaws!
Oh!
Oh! Chico, comedy partner with the big brain over here.
Oh, yeah, and it's got pepper on it.
Yeah!
There you go.
There was pepper on the scarf. Holy shit.
Wait, so... Bat... Wait,
So someone was trying to kill Bat, then.
Jeez, alright. Oh my god, what the fuck? Stop.
What?
It's just like, stop. You haven't forgot to the murderer. You haven't forgotten what happened 6 months ago. Do you have conclusive evidence of what took place? Meet me at 10 p.m. at the Lodging House Plaza. Okay, so that was put in Regina's pocket. Right. So he was luring Regina.
Ah.
Acro, you remember this, don't you?
That's...
It's a piece of paper that we found inside the ringmaster's tailcoat.
Inside the victim's tailcoat?
Acro wrote this note. It's ironically entitled, To the Murderer. That's not ironic.
No.
Its purpose was to call someone to the plaza at 10 p.m.
The murderer, in fact. So you're saying that he called Russell Berry with that note? Yeah.
Yes, but there's just one little problem.
Problem?
Acro did indeed place this note into someone's pocket. However, that someone was not the ringmaster.
You mean it wasn't for the...
That's exactly what I mean. The person this note was intended for was none other than Regina Berry.
Regina did it?
It's
Order. Mr. Wright, this little theory of yours.
It's the truth, Your Honor. It's actual. Everything is satisfactory.
Deal with it, sunglasses.
Simply put, Regina didn't think the note was meant for her, which is why the morning of the crime she placed it on the cafeteria bulletin board.
That's when her father, the ringmaster, saw the note.
That's correct. Ringmaster ended up in the plaza instead of Regina. And he was killed because of that mistake. Instead of Regina!
That's incredible!
No.
So awesome!
Remember the testimony that Acro gave us earlier today?
God, that's so metal!
Alright, calm down.
Lifting the bust and looking out of the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. If I were to do that, I'd end up falling out the window myself.
And obviously he's reliable. Acro had no idea who it was that arrived in the plaza because he couldn't look down out of his window to see who it actually was.
I've got it! Acro thought it was Regina down in the plaza.
And that's when he let the bust fly.
Very good, Judge.
He let those titties out, you know?
Hey Nick, were they like blow?
Yeah, they were so blow. Isn't Regina listening to all of this from the audience? She is. Unfortunately, it's only going to get harsher from here. I hope Regina can handle it. Oh God, I hope so!
Acro wrote this note to Regina. Foolishly foolish fool with foolishly foolish fool ideas of foolish tomfoolery. Wow. 8. You're so foolish. You've even made me sound like a foolhardy fool. Very well, Mr. Phoenix Wright. If you're so sure, then tell me us about this line. I have conclusive evidence of what took place.
The fucking scarf, dude. Yes, what about that line?
Well, if the note was meant for Regina Berry, it would mean that this note is declaring that Regina Berry is a murderer.
Hey, you just don't get it, do you?
What? What did you just say?
Let me take a swig of this cold, delicious milk first. The ringmaster knew what the note meant, which is why he went to the plaza. In place of his lovely daughter.
She's lovely. Hold it right there. Mr. Wright, what is this incident that is alluded to in the note?
The incident 6 months ago. I know all about it.
Yeah, man.
An incident occurred 6 months ago, and now I'm more than ready to show this court what happened at that time.
Moron. Wait, are you sure that it relates to the present case?
There was something very, like, I'm so turned on right now about that moron. Moron. Idiot. God. I want him so bad. It does indeed, Your Honor. Everything in this case has its start in what happened 6 months ago. My body is only for Edgeworth! Really, Nick? Yes, of course.
Yeah, obviously.
I think so.
You didn't watch the first game? Well then, if that's the case, hurry up and tell us about it. What is this conclusive evidence mentioned in the note? I know I'd certainly like to know what it is.
If I can't answer that question, the judge is going to think I'm bluffing.
Like that close up of her. And here's my YouTube video of how to apply a perfect cat eye. Do not overdo the mascara.
Yeah, you called it, man.
Yeah. It's like the one thing I figured out in 4 years of Ace Attorney games. Achoo, 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 achoo. Achoo, here. It's from Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Yes.
All right. What kind of spicy joke is this, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
It isn't a joke at all. It's the decisive evidence you asked for.
What do you mean?
Recall that the victim was trying to take the wooden box away with him. He was doing so because this piece of decisive evidence is what was inside.
Another unbelievable conclusion.
And I believe it.
Very well, Mr. Wright. So what exactly are you saying? Are you claiming Regina Berry killed someone with a small bottle of pepper?
Taking the note into account, that's the only logical conclusion you can draw. Obviously.
Foolish fool who never tires of his own foolish ways. If you're so sure, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then answer this question. Who was Regina Berry's intended victim? Flip it to the people.
I mean, it was Bat, right?
Yeah, it's Bat. I agree. Boom! Ken Dingling, Sean Dingling. So many dinglings.
There's just something very entertaining about their faces going back and forth.
Who is this?
That is Acro's younger brother.
What does this prove? His younger brother isn't dead?
Technically, that's true. However, Bat has been in a coma for 6 months now. It's not a stretch to see how Acro could feel that his brother is dead.
Regina, she did that to him? Do you spend your entire life dreaming up new ways to be a fool? Naturally, the prosecution has looked into Acro's brother, Sean Dingling. 6 months ago, he was bit by a lion and fell into his current comatose state. A lion? Here?
You can't be lying.
Miss Regina Berry is an animal tamer by trade. However, no tamed animal in that position is ever trained to attack another human. They wouldn't understand the command. Moreover, Miss Regina could never do something like that. It's just not in her. I've met her. She's like totally cool. So then what happened with Acro's brother? To Acro's brother? He's not the victim of an attempted murder. He's the victim of an accident. I see. Now what do we do? No one seems to be going along with your theory. We're fucked. Everything's fucked. Do you think what happened to Matt was actually an accident? It's like there's a third option that just says we're fucked.
No, it's more than that, man.
The lion biting Bat was no accident at all.
What? A lion biting bats on the loose? My god, that's scarier than anything. You're such an amateur. Mr. Phoenix Wright, there's no way that Regina would ever incite her lion to attack another human being.
She may not have incited the lion to attack another human being, but Regina is responsible for making the lion bite Acro's brother, bite Acro's brother Bat.
Boom.
Acro's Bat brother.
Pepper-covered scarf, dog. That's just a scarf.
You're right. I fucked up. Acro.
But it's a scarf covered with blood and pepper, like you're furiously pouring pepper onto it.
This scarf is something that Bat used to wear, correct? No.
That's right.
And who is the one that gave this scarf to Bat?
Regina. Regina gave it to him. Regina! And who is that?
There is something more than just the blood on this scarf, Your Honor.
And what might that be, other than a very gauche pattern?
Pepper.
Pepper?
Pepper.
Pepper?
Pepper. Regina gave this scarf to Bat right before the accident.
But pepper, though?
And yes, pepper. And she covered it with as much pepper as she could.
But why?
Pepper. Hey, what's with the silent treatment?
Excuse me, Mr. Wright. You've done a good job of fingering a criminal. Wait, can somebody with this judge's expression, somebody needs to take like a screenshot of this so I can make it my like Windows desktop background? It's just so funny.
Well, next time on Game Grumps,
Oh
I
man.
guess we'll see the finale of this situation.
All right. See you later, everyone.
Hell yeah.
You've all done a good job of fingering a criminal.
Hell yeah.